Here's how I consistently make $200 every single day from day trading stocks. We took a great trade today that we're going to break down. We're going to show you guys our entry, our exit, our full risk management. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Smash that like button, subscribe. And if you guys want to learn more about day trading, check out our school. It's called the Swing Trading Masterclass. We have private live streams, quizzes, lectures, hours of course material, final exam. It's like a college class, and we have an awesome sale for 50% off, which is one of the largest sales we've done. So use code LEARN to get 50% off. Use the summer to educate yourself so you guys can quit your job, start trading full time, and I'll see you guys in there. And we have very, very exciting news, guys. We have an awesome sponsor for today's video, which is the broker that I've been using for literally 7 years. I know a lot of you are just getting started with investing, and one app that I've been using is called Moomoo. It's super beginner friendly, but still gives you pro level tools like live market data, easy to read charts, and news all in one place. And the best part, new users can get up to 60 free stocks when you open up an account with qualifying deposit. And honestly, that's actually why I tried it. And I've been using it ever since. Check out the link down below if you guys are curious. And yes, the broker is Moomoo. So if you guys want to sign up, there's going to be a link down below where you guys can sign up completely free, and you guys can get up to 60 free stocks just by signing up. So check them out. All right, so stick around and I'll show you the exact entry point and exit on our trade that we took today. So why does $200 a day matter? Well, for me, I love the expression $200 a day keeps the job away. I think it's a very awesome approach because $200 every day is $1,000 a week that you guys can use to start paying your bills. Or even if you're even wanting to take it up a level, maybe you already have a full-time job or a job, and this is extra side money that you guys can use to pay your bills or go on vacation or whatever you need it for. All right, so what tools did I use? So the first thing you guys are going to need is going to be a stockbroker. Now, the broker I use is Moomoo. The reason I love them, and I know they sponsored this video, but the reason I love them is they offer a whole bunch of tools from charting, scanning, paper trading. So if you're just getting started and you're still building that approach, you guys can literally start with $0. Not to mention they offer something called fraction shares. Fraction shares is a way to invest and trade, but you don't have to buy full shares of a stock. You guys can buy with as little as $5, which incentivizes beginners to start learning and start trading. Now, you're also going to need a stock scanner, and the reason I love Moomoo as well is I use the scanner that they offer. All right, now it's time for the trading strategy. We're going to pull up Moomoo right now, and there's a variety of different things you guys are going to need. You're going to want different moving average lines. So for me, as you guys see here, we have a variety of different lines. We have the yellow line, we have the blue, and we have the red. Now, the yellow is the 50-day EMA line, the blue is the 90, and the red is the 200. What these are is they act as trend indicators, and they'll also act as support and resistance. Support is just where a stock gets natural tendencies of getting buying pressure. Resistance is just natural tendencies of getting selling pressure. So ideally, you would want to buy when the stock is on one of these moving average lines. Now, another thing you guys are going to want is different indicators like the MACD, which is a fantastic entry point indicator that a lot of traders like myself use. And we also use an indicator called the RSI, which stands for the Relative Strength Index, that pretty much tracks momentum and kind of can tell you if a stock's undervalued or overvalued. So it's important to use a combination of technical indicators and basic technical analysis, like drawing trends and all that stuff for your entry points. You never just trade a stock just based off of one of these indicators. You want to build a checklist of about 6 to 7 things that you guys can use, like indicators, trends, supports, volume, different things that you guys can do to help, choose quality stocks over quantity. So let's show you guys the trade that we took here. So what we do for my approach here, I'm not the type of momentum trader. I'm sure you've heard of a lot of traders online that, have those expensive scanners like Trade Ideas and all those other ones that are like $200 a month. I'm not that type of trader. what I focus on is about 5 stocks and ETFs that I can be a master of. And those stocks are Tesla, SPY, QQQ, we have Nvidia and Apple. Those 5 stocks are stocks that I focus on every single day to find some sort of trend or breakout. So looking at this chart here, I always will start at the 5-minute chart. Looking at the 5-minute chart here will help me establish the general trend for this stock here. And as we're watching it during the trading day, the first thing you always got to do is try to find that support or resistance, depending on what type of trader you are. For me, I will both go long on a position or I'll short a position betting for it to go down. So you guys can see it hits this point once, hits it twice. We have selling pressure. This establishes that that red line here, which is that 200-day moving average line, is a resistance for the day. So you guys can see it hits it again. We have selling pressure, hits it right here, and this was our entry point near and around the 328 area. My thought process was this here, very, very simple. Entering on that trend, keeping our stop loss just a little bit above the general resistance trend. So if it breaks out, we're out for a possible push back down to this level here. And that white line is just a general trend line that we established here with this stock here where it hit it and we had a lot of good moves on it. So I thought realistically we could get back down to that level. That gave a risk and reward of near and around 6.2. What that means is I'm risking about $1 to make about $6, which is an absolute solid return. That's a very, very good risk management because I could be wrong with this type of trade about 5 times and still make money over the course of a year. So you guys can see that it just sold off and we had that dip down. And what we were really trying to do was find that trend here, and you guys can see that it broke up above it, and that's just where we covered profit. And a lot of you guys watching this are going to go, Carter, well, that move wasn't even 1%. Well, no, it's not. And I'm not the type of trader, like I said, where I'm going to find a stock at 10 cents and sell it for $100. I'm not. It's extremely risky to trade like that. And honestly, you're going to lose a lot of money trying to find these high risk, high reward plays. It's better to trade stocks with confidence, with consistency, with good risk management than to trade sloppy. Another thing that you really got to focus on if you're just getting started is focusing on emotions. And that's why building a solid checklist will help you establish solid emotions, but more importantly, it will actually help you choose quality stocks over quantity. When I first started trading, I was chasing positions. I was trading without a plan. I had no idea what to do. But then I started losing money. And so I took a step back and I wanted to learn what the pros and professionals and full-time traders were doing. And the first thing I noticed is all of them were dialed in on their strategy. They would never touch a stock that wasn't their approach. So they had that plan. They were using a stop loss. They weren't chasing, and they weren't over trading. It was normal for them to miss out on a day of trading, 2 days of trading if they weren't following their strategy. Another tip that you guys can do here to start staying consistent and profitable is to journal every trade. Journaling every trade is probably one of the best things you guys can do because this will focus and make you focus on strategies that are working well and strategies that aren't working well. So you can dial in on the strategy that works well for you. Another thing that you guys can do is just set up a weekly profit goal. It doesn't even have to be a high amount of money, whether it's $10 or $100. At the end of the week, you're profitable. And as a new trader, that's very, very, very important here. Another thing you have to realize if you're just getting started is if you make 3% per month, you're already in the top 5% of all traders in the entire world. So when you see those traders online that are, turning $100 into $10,000 in a month, understand one, that's probably not the case. 2, it's extremely hard and risky to do so. So don't forget, if you're just getting started, I would highly recommend, you guys check out our school where you guys can learn how to trade. You guys can learn different approaches. And don't forget, if you want to sign up with Moomoo, there's going to be a link down below. And make sure you guys comment. Say, hey, I want to learn to trade. We'll hook you up. So I'll see you guys in there. Make sure you guys like, follow, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day and take care, everybody.